Hey guys, it's RockTheJake and welcome to my top 10 games of 2015. I thought last year was a really great and creative year for games, and I want to share what some of my favorites were.
Number 10.
First off, we have Super Mario Maker. I've really enjoyed what I've played of this game so far, and I really enjoy the community behind it, making all these different diverse kinds of levels, and I love the support that Nintendo continually puts into it and encouraging people on making levels and how to make levels and just offering support here and there. It's really cool. The only reason that this is number 10 on the list is because even though I've made some of my own levels in there, I'm not really a level editor kind of guy. And so I've mostly just played a lot of other people's levels, which is fun, but I just don't always feel that creative drive to make my own levels. But the game is fun, and I can definitely see it lasting for a while because of the community.
Number 9.
Next up, we have Bloodborne. I really like this game because of the aesthetic and because of the challenge. I know it's made by the same people who made Demon's Souls and all that, and when I first heard about that, I was just like, I might skip this one because I like hard games but not super hard. But the more gameplay I saw of it and the more that I heard people talking about it, I kind of wanted to play it more and more, and so I eventually got it, and I've really enjoyed it. I will say I'm not far into it at all. I've often picked it up and put it down to play other games, but it's a game that keeps calling me back every now and then to keep trying and keep going, and every time I do, I get a little bit further and further. So I'm really looking forward to playing more of this, and I hope it lasts me for quite a while.
Number 8.
Next up, we have Steven Universe Attack the Light. I was actually really lucky last year to go to a panel at MagFest in 2014 to see the creators of Steven Universe talk about updates to the show, and especially talking about this game that they made. It's a really fun mobile game with a very fun turn-based RPG style of combat, reminiscent of like Paper Mario and stuff, which is actually what they said at the panel. It's very fun because of its source material and because of its inspirations, and the music and the art are really good in it. I really enjoy it. It's just a super fun game, and I highly suggest you go get it.
Number 7.
Yoshi's Woolly World was a game I've been looking forward to ever since it was announced, because I absolutely loved Kirby's Epic Yarn. It's one of my favorite Wii games ever. And so when I found out that Good Feel and Nintendo were going to make a sequel, sort of, with Yoshi, and I saw the gameplay of it when they first announced it, I was like, I am totally on board. And I seriously enjoy the game. I love the level structure, I love the challenge, but I also just absolutely love the aesthetic of the yarn everywhere. Everything looks and sounds cute, but there's even some music that fits the challenges with some very hard rocking guitars, which I really didn't expect, but I really liked. The boss fights are fun, the artistic aesthetic is great, and I really highly suggest getting this game because it is worth your time. Also, the amiibo support is really fun.
Number 6.
Pokemon Shuffle. This is how free-to-play games should model themselves, because it does have the standard 5 lives or whatever, and then you have to wait a certain amount of time to get them back. But the game is actually, it can be at times very generous with the items it gives you, with jewels that help you continue fights, with more lives, with gold. It's very fun. I would say get Pokemon Shuffle on 3DS if you can, because the prices for things as far as gold goes is lower in that game for some reason than it is on like a mobile phone. But nonetheless, I love the game, especially because of one of the biggest things I think it innovates on is that you can move your Pokemon pieces around the available map in any way. You're not limited to just like a few spaces like you are in Bejeweled or something. It's like a free-form combat kind of thing, but it's a puzzle game. It's just super fun, and I've been into it ever since it first came out. It's a free-to-play game that is absolutely worth your time.
Number 5.
Mortal Kombat X. To be honest, I was kind of not into the story of the game, but I absolutely love the way that it goes from cutscene into gameplay, all in engine, pretty much seamless, and it works so well. I really love the variety of characters and the different fighting styles, and it's just an engaging game. The fact that like whenever I would come home from work and I was just ready to play this means that it was something I was going to enjoy for a while. And of course the fatalities are fun to pull off when you can. For me, there wasn't a whole lot of replay value yet, but I do want to get back into it. But I can say that I had a lot of fun when I was playing it, so there you go.
Number 4.
Grow Home. I absolutely love this game. I just love the polygonal art style to it. I really like the music. Even though it's short, I really enjoy the fact that once you complete the main objective, there's more stuff for you to do afterwards, and it was one of those games that I actually really truly felt like doing 100% completion for. Because of the atmosphere of the game, it was lighthearted, it was explorative, it was fun, and I really enjoyed that. And I also enjoy the very light subtext of the fact that your character Bud is serving a main computer named Mom, and Mom would congratulate you or look out for you or give you encouraging statements every now and then. And it's just a fun relationship thing that adds to the game in a great way. Absolutely go play this game if you can, because I think it'll help you just have a good day.
Number 3.
Batman Arkham Knight. There's been some controversy about the game as far as the PC goes, but as you can see, I played it on PS4, so that's what I'm going to talk about. When I played this, I immediately thought that it was super pretty, and even a while after it's been out, I still think it's one of the prettiest games to come out in a while. The hyper-realism actually works in this game, and I know in like maybe 2 or 3 years there's gonna be something else that makes it look old. But my point is that if you're gonna go for hyper-realism, you've got to go all out and make it look as great as you can, and it just looks so good. But that's not all I'm talking about. The gameplay in the game, either if it's fighting or detective stuff or the tank stuff, is all fun to me. And I also really enjoyed the story, the voice acting and motion capture was absolutely great. The DLC has been really good for it, especially Season of Infamy. Go check that out if you haven't played it yet. I really enjoyed Batman Arkham Knight, and whether they make more Arkham games in the future or not, even though it won't have Rocksteady's name to it, I'll be interested in seeing what comes up next.
Number 2.
Rocket League. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard of this one by now. Rocket League is so dang fun. I have enjoyed pretty much every single game of it that I have played. And the fact is that me and my friends have put so much time into it. Me personally, I have like 52 or 53 hours of it logged into Steam alone. And it's not gotten old for me yet. That's one of the best things about the game. You can play it over and over and over, and there's a good chance that it's not going to get old for you. The gameplay mechanics of being a rocket-powered car hitting a soccer ball that explodes in a goal is just so engaging and fun. I absolutely enjoyed Rocket League. There's sales for it every now and then. Pick it up if you can on anything you can, PC or PS4 or whatever else it comes out for. Play this game, you will have a lot of fun.
Number 1.
Undertale. To be honest, I've only beaten the game one time, and I know that there's multiple endings and all that. I've read about it, I've watched clips of it, but I've only played through the entire thing once because of the emotional impact that it put on me. That's one of the best things about Undertale. It really makes you think about the characters in gaming in general that you fight, that it gives them their own minds and their own emotions, and it pretty much almost puts it out on their sleeves that you can see it. It makes you think about what you're doing, and it makes you think about being kinder and more generous, and just, it's a great game that really makes you think. And I cannot deny the impact that it's had on our geeky internet culture. I hate to call it that, but that's kind of what it is. There's been so much praise for it that if I were to put things into like statistics, I'd say 98% of people who play it like it and only 2% don't, because that's really what I've seen online, and I think that just stands out so much. The reason it's number 1 on my list is because of the impact it's had on both me and everybody as a whole. The art aesthetic in the game is simple and nice, and the music is fantastic. It spawned a fan album by some friends of mine that you should totally go check it out. Click there, click there, click there. The fighting system is so unique, and just the combat in general is very unique too. I mean, it is turn-based RPG and bullet hell, but the way that it just happens, the execution of it, it just works on a whole different level. I think it honestly raises the bar for how some games should be made these days, as far as how much thought gets put into characters and gameplay and music, because look at the impact it's had. It is a fantastic game, and that is why it is my number 1 of the year. So that's it, that's my top 10. Let me know what you think about it, and let me know what some of your favorites were from last year. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.